Good morning, good morning. Here on TNT, we're gonna discuss about Here Comes a Thought. My name is Endel Miller, and that's it. Heitor, can you present yourself, please?
Okay, so my name is Heitor. I live in Cascavel, Paraná, and right now I changed my career to web development. So
Awesome, awesome. We have a lot of people working with technology and so on, and that's awesome. That
yeah, we have
Franciele, yeah.
a
So,
conversation group and guys from there talk about TNT. So this is my first time.
okay, okay, I got it. Be welcome. So, um, Daphne, your turn.
Yes, it's me. My name is Daphne. I'm 26 years old. I'm studying psychology and I live in Netherlands, in Amsterdam. And I want to learn English for get a new jobs or new opportunities.
Okay. So, Melissa, your turn.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I live in Campinas, São Paulo, and I'm passionate about English. I'm enthusiastic about English. Love doing this.
Okay, awesome. Let me see here. Franciele.
Hi, my name is Franciele. I'm from São José do Rio Pardo, São Paulo. I'm here in TNT for about 2 months. I'm a UX designer and I want to learn English for try another job opportunities. And I also love about the British culture.
That's awesome. Very good. Very good. Igor, your turn. Please present yourself.
Oh, my name is Igor. I'm 18. I'm learning English because I'm going to college and I will need. And that is it.
Awesome. Ellie, your turn. But can you see the invitation to accept to go to other room or not?
No, I can't see.
You can't see.
Yes.
So you can present yourself and we will start the conversation.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Ali Mal. I'm a Zambican. I live in Cabo Delgado, Pemba province.
Okay. Be welcome, Ali, again. Remember you. So, guys, here we always try to, have this open conversation, but we start from the first question. That is, do you have a moment to think about yourself? No, a very, very philosophical conversation. So we can, answer what you think and feel free to say what you want. Heitor, you can start.
So since last year, 2020, I am working from home. So usually I spend a lot of time alone here working. So basically I have a lot of time to think about myself, but a specific time for that, I usually take a moment before sleep to think about my day, my objectives, my
Yeah. It's interesting because we have lived in this hard time, so I think we kind of was forced to stop to think more about what we are doing and developing and so on. So it's pretty much that. Franceli, what do you think? Do you have this moment?
Yeah, I like much to have this moment on my own. Now, because of the pandemic, I'm living with my parents and my brother. So it's more complicated to have a time alone. But I always try to have this moment to spend just some time, just me, just listening to music or reading. I think it's important to have this moment.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Let's see other. Melissa, please.
Yes, I do. I do have moments to take care of myself, to think, to meditate, to improve things. So I do. I have moments to myself, and it's very often. I think it's very important. It's so important. It is as important as we take care of our body physically. It's also important to take care of our body emotionally and mentally, and depending on what you believe, also spiritually. I don't know. You can call whatever what fits you, but I think it's important.
Awesome, awesome. Definitely. I totally agree with you, and you brought very interesting points, about the Daphne, about you.
Yes, sometimes I take the time to meditate on what I can improve, what friends I should avoid, or what course I need to take to develop personality. I think it's very important to take this time.
Okay, only, I don't know if I pronounced right, but
Yes, it's only.
awesome. So do you have this moment to think about yourself?
Yes, I think myself, because I had to prepare my knowledge and to go straight on my life, because this is time all I can do better for me. For example, to study and to better things. Because in the future, I would live a good life.
Yeah, totally right. Thanks a lot, Annalie. And the last but not least, Igor.
So I in the last year I tried to have these moments. I tried to do yoga, and so I can say that I try, but I don't have this because in my house have so much noise and my little sister, but I try sometimes.
Yeah, so I will kind of create other question based on that, what have changed since the beginning of the pandemic in that term, to think about yourself and to reflect about your life and what you are doing or developing and, I don't know, thinking and doing. Melissa.
I think lots have changed because people were obligated to stay at home with themselves. So they automatically had to look to themselves. You are there at home, sometimes alone, sometimes with more people, but in all the ways you are with yourself. It's not something you can avoid. So if you are with yourself, you ended up looking into yourself and you start thinking about the way you feel about things, what are your expectations, what you desire for the future, what are the things you want to change in yourself. So you start looking for paths to change the bad things, the things you don't want anymore, and to get those you really want to your life. So lots of people, I believe, have changed the many ways they wanted to live. I don't want to go out to work anymore. I want to find a different career. I want to start to develop like a developer, start new things. So I think lots have changed, lots.
Yeah, really true. And we would never imagine that, in a moment we stay kind of stuck in you know, in a room in your home, and oh my God, what's happening with the world? What's going on? Very good. Heitor, what do you think about this?
I agree completely with Melissa. I am an example of what she was saying because last year, at the beginning of the last year, I was starting my PhD, and like 2 months ago, I was like becoming a little depressing. I don't know if it is the right word. And basically, I think that was because my lack of perspective of future. So I started to think about my plans, what were my plans, and what was my new reality. So because of all these things, I decided to change my path, my objectives to a new career where I could work from home and also change, try to change the people that I was being related because my uh, my social group was really small at the academy because the way things are, because the way people work. So because all these things, and mainly because the pandemic, I decided to change like almost everything in my life.
Awesome, awesome. You're doing good. I think you are looking for some security in terms of career, though. That's very, very
Not
interesting.
exactly. I think more about new challenges.
New challenge. Oh, that's awesome. I think academy is challenge as well because, but you know, in the same, I really don't know because I'm actually I'm finishing my PhD, so you know sometimes I think that I need to new challenge, but I think academy is a kind of toxic challenge, you know. I have been thinking a lot about it,
But
but
it's a so personal challenge that for me that wasn't the right thing to do at the time, and I didn't see any perspective in my life. But I understand I have a lot of friends who continue pursuing their PhD.
okay. How about you, Daphne?
Yes, this pandemic situation, stalling or distraction, and it forces us to think about yourself or what we can contribute to future, and this is very important, but makes us anxious or bad feelings. But we need to control these feelings.
Awesome. So then we will jump to the question number 3. That's, you know, pretty much that aligned with that answer. But first, Igor, your turn, please. Enrich this conversation.
So I think with pandemic, we should have a vision how important is interaction, human interaction, because I'm high school, and I can see how important was this because studying online for me was not was so bad, and I thinking all the time how long it is take for we come back, and I I learned this with pandemic.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm thinking, how interesting it is in terms of language. We are discussing in English, improving English skills, but we have a lot of people from different, situations. So have people from, high school and people from academy, working with technology. So we can create a kind of synergy and improve, all the things together, and we can do it together. So I love this place because of that, because I have learned a lot from TNT. So I'm just want to point out that. Franciele.
I think this pandemic make us stop, because we are just going with the flow and running with our life without exactly think what we are doing. Me, for example, I was at college and I was studying, but no, it wasn't exactly what I liked, but I just was going because I was there and just keep going. And the pandemic made me stop and look to the career I want, what I want to do, and that's why I knew about this career in technology and started. And now I can imagine doing something else. So this make me reevaluate my life and change.
Yeah, the situation really was a turning point, totally, because, we have a very problematic situation in the whole world. So we kind of, oh my God, what my life is, what I'm doing, because, I have to do something good, and because I have to enjoy the life, at least, like doing something that you consider good. So that's interesting to think about these terms. So let's jump to the question number 3. Do you charge yourself a lot? Let's start from Daphne, because, we kind of align with your previous answer.
Yes, I do. I charge me a lot, especially when I make a mistake, but then I forget it, and it's okay. But when I make the mistake, I charge me a lot, and I need to take time and think what I need to do to improve, and that's it.
Igor.
I can't understand what your question. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah. Do you charge yourself a lot?
Oh, I think when we are studying, we chime with us a lot, because we have I can say, I don't know how to say superar, but we can overcome ourselves all the time.
Okay. Can you see the questions or not?
What?
Can you see the questions that we are discussing?
No.
No. So I will send in the chat right now, because you were late, so you can receive the questions. Okay. So now Melissa.
Yes, I do charge myself a lot. I think I charge myself all the time because I push myself to do the things correctly. So I'm constantly reviewing in my mind the things I've done, and it's horrible because you sometimes accomplish huge things, but you are constantly looking at the things again and again to see if you made any mistakes or something wrong, something that wasn't so good as you wanted it to be. So yes, I do charge myself a lot, and I'm very aware that it is something I need to change in me. and I've been working on it for a while, but it's hard to release old habits, you know. You have to work very hard.
Definitely.
Nowadays it's better. I'm not being so bad with me, you know. I'm not charging myself so hard, but sometimes it still happens. It happens.
Yeah. So let's have Franciele.
So I used to charge me a lot. I'm trying not to, but like Melissa said, it's difficult to change this habit, especially because I'm very perfectionist. I want everything to be right. I want to be everything in control, but it's difficult to change that. I think this process in the pandemic, being at home and evaluating my life, helped a little bit with this, because I started to look to have more contact with different persons from other backgrounds, other parts of the country and the world, and see that everybody has a different path and a different life. And I started not to compare too much, because I used to compare too much, because someone is already doing something and I'm still learning. Yeah, I think this is really hard. But I'm trying to focus on my own path and see my mistakes as something to learn, not something too bad.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome. Awesome behavior. Heitor.
Okay, so I also charge me a lot. I share a feeling with Franciele. I also compare myself with other people, and sometimes it hurts a lot. So I try to avoid like social media, to avoid comparison, to try to improve this point with myself. When I start to comparing myself with each other, I try to stop and think, what are my objectives, to see if it makes sense to compare me with this person. And I also have other issue that is related to the free time. I charge me when I spend too much time doing nothing. It's like at the end of the day, I start to think
Why?
what I
Procrastinated.
so I think that these 2 points are the main points that I need to improve. Sometimes you need a free time to do nothing, but for me it's hard. I always try to do something.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I was expected to hear something like, "Oh my God, no problem with me. You know, I'm okay, totally okay." Because I would like to know, you know, how it works. Do not charge yourself. You know. Oh my God, so funny. So I will kind of link to other question about social media. What do you think is the reason that the people, you know, try to always to show that, you know, that side of themselves in terms of, you know, like we know that it's a problem because we are consuming this kind of comparison a lot, you know, but the people at same moment wants to share this kind of, you know, perspective of the life. Do you have any guess about it?
Okay. I I don't know the right answer. I don't think anyone knows it. But for me, social media doesn't make much sense. Like I know a lot of people like to use it, but like for me, like in Instagram, I try to unfollow almost everyone. I connect with people, but I unfollow because I don't want to see what people are doing at the lunch. That is, for me, it's a waste of time. So I just follow like accounts related to my job and things like that. Like I like nature, I like trekking, so I try to follow these kind of accounts. But for me, social media, mainly when you are following like famous people or people who live like traveling all day, all year, that will make you feel, or probably make you feel bad. Someday will make you feel bad. Because the realities are different. But that is my opinion.
Yeah, I'm thinking very, very good opinion, but you know, anybody have a different opinion and want to
I agree.
discussion? Melissa, do you?
I don't know. I may have a clue. I think people post things that they are doing because they have this constantly need of recognition. They need someone to tell them, oh, you are so good. You are awesome. You are funny. You are the best. You know, they need recognition. It's a problem of needy. You know, you are needing all the time. You know, so that I think that's the point. As Heitor said, like you, Heitor, I don't have this need of knowing what people are doing at lunch. For me, it's like meaningless. I don't pay attention. It's pass and go, you know. But I think people do it because they need to be recognized by something they are doing. So I have something a little bit different from you, Heitor. That is, I don't compare myself to others, so it helps me a lot. I charge myself constantly on the things I am doing because I want myself to be better, but I don't compare myself with anybody else. You know, it doesn't happen to me, so it facilitates my life, of course. But what you said about social media, I agree. I don't have to know what you are doing at lunch. Okay, fine.
Oh my God. Very good opinion. Thanks a lot, Ms. Nis.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anyone else wants to say something about this, about the social media? Do you want to know what your idols having for lunch or something like that?
Yeah, I agree with Melissa. I think it's more about people want to feel good, so they post things for other people to say then how good they are in something, how good their life is. What can in reality not be true, because we only post it in social media what is good. We don't post the bad side of things. So I think it's this week I saw a phrase that guy said that is true. He was talking about this, that people only post talk about the good side, the good things they have in life, and he said that something is true, that he said when you didn't have social media, but you have albums of pictures, and he said you don't take pictures of bad things, you don't have albums of the bad things that happen in life. So social media is kind of good. This you only put the good side, you take the pictures of the good moments. So I think it's people should be aware of this when they are looking and comparing to other people, because social media is not the reality, it's just the good part.
Yeah. And you know what, honestly, I think if you need to stop your life, because you are enjoying the moment, you have to stop and take a picture. It's a kind of, you aren't living really your life, in that moment, because have to take a picture. I think it's very funny. It's even funny when you are I see a lot, I have seen a lot, the people in front of a show live, and with the cam,
the camera.
What happened? You know,
They're
makes
watching the
sense.
show
Yeah.
with
Oh
the
my
camera.
Yeah, from the camera. Oh my God, so funny. Igor, do you like social media? You want to say something?
Oh, I lost a lot of my time seeing what people are lunch, but now I'm reduced this time and I'm using social media with with a way I can study finances in English too, because if I lost my time there, I can lost this time making some things productive for myself.
Okay. Thanks to be honest, you know, because the most part of the people, how do you use your social media? Oh, because I am always using with, you know, content, very high level content. And, you know, nobody says that, you
Yeah.
know, I spend a lot of time using TikToks, dancing in dogs and cats. That's funny.
I use social media most of the time. I follow accounts about cats and dogs, and I spend a lot of time seeing cats
Oh
and
my
dogs
God.
pictures.
Yeah. So guys, let me see. Question number 9. No, question number 10. Do you consider yourself an emotionally closed or open person? Franciele, you can go first.
Well, I consider myself emotionally closed. I think it's more closed. I think it's something actually from my family too. We're more closed. We don't talk much about ourselves with other person outside our family. You are a person that have just a few friends that we talk about feelings. It's something that is even complicated to talk about. I think it maybe something I need to get better, because it's not always good you hold your feelings just for yourself. So it's something I need to work on.
Yeah. You know, about this question, I always try to bring this kind of question because it's important that the people, you know, kind of be stimulated to think more about, you know, wide perspective. Not only because, you know, practicing English, you know, sometimes we kind of be stuck in into how do you do for live, you know, how you doing, and so on and so on and so on, this kind of, you know, standard of questions. So I always try to bring different perspective about it, about the question in general, you know, to kind of force us to think more about, you know, we are thinking about ourselves, but also thinking English. So we can kind of, you know, capture some vocabulary and learn others, you know, and sometimes learn more from it. Igor, closed or open?
Oh, in first contact, I am little nervous, but normally I am open person. I like to talk a lot, and this make me do very friends with in my life, and this help me help me be more socially. That is it.
Okay. Very good, very good. And how about you, Heitor?
I'm sure I am a close person, but I try to change a little because all my family are like close persons, but my wife is like really open. She talks a lot about everything. She always has something to talk about it, And living with her makes me feel like I should try being more open. I think people who are not completely open, but a little bit more than me could be more social, I don't know the right word, but more social, uh, uh, can, uh, can make other people feel more likely to talk. You know?
That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm always work on it. You know, like I'm still doing it because as Franciela says, my family is very close, so emotionally. So when I remember that, I don't want to be like this. Since I was teenager, I don't want to be like this. I want to change that. So I'm trying to. Of course, we are discussing about the emotion. It's very hard to overcome and just change and kind of switch that things not work like this, but at least we can work on it little by little, step by step, and trying to different approach to change.
It's a little process.
Yeah, it's totally. Melissa, how about you? While you answer, I'll bring the people from small rooms.
Okay, I'm definitely more closed, and my family is totally closed. As something funny happens to me when I'm speaking naturally with people in Portuguese. I hardly speak about my feelings, my emotions, and myself. When I'm speaking in English, I don't know why it's easier to talk about it. I don't know if it's because I want to speak, because I love speaking English, so I want to express something in English. So I ended up speaking about myself and my feelings. So it's easier for me when I'm speaking English. If you change the language here, I will instantly stop speaking. I can't express myself in Portuguese. It's impressive. I don't know. I think it became a habit. Yes, because we are used to participating in meetings to speak English, to improve. So we got used to expressing ourselves because of English, because we want to speak. But when you are, sorry, excuse me?
Go ahead.
When we are just speaking in Portuguese, I never speak about myself. I don't like it. It's hard for me. I have very few friends because I don't speak about my feelings, only in English.
It's funny what you said, because sometimes the people shared something with me that I think, well, if we were discussing in Portuguese, the people would say that.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Something that, what are you talking?
It became a habit. Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's good because I think it's a healthy process to discuss about feelings and so on. I think it's important.
Yes, it's true.
So, guys, how was the conversation for you? Please share.
For me, it was very good, very interesting. You did the topics, you prepared the questions yourself? Really?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very interesting question.
I like to provoke the people.
Very good. Really good.
How was the conversation for you, Cynthia? Please share with me.
It's very good because this topic make this. I think about my life and respect the other people. I like a lot this topic, this type. And one topic make it, I think about me and the other people. I like a lot this.
Very good to know it. And how was for you, Lilian?
Oh, I love to talk with my colleagues, Bruna, Matthews, and Priscilla. I am grateful.
Awesome. Let me see. Let's have Clarissa. How was the conversation for you?
It was very interesting. my colleagues shared a lot. It was very nice. Thank you.
Okay, so I will ask a question number 7 to, to provoke Mariana Valeriano. Who or what do you turn to find inner peace?
I said the girls in the room. I generally it's more common for me do this at night before I go sleep. Do some meditation, and heard some words that helps me to think about me, the person who I was in the past, and the person that I became, because I usually to comparing myself, with some colleagues, with some people in a general mode, and do meditations help me to understand, my time and my plans, the difference about the people,
Very good.
And
Very
that's
good
it.
habit. Very good. I need to learn, how to meditate because, my mind is so kind of confused sometimes, and I have to face it. Let's have other person here. Mateus, question number 2, the last question. How would you define yourself in 2 words? Very easy, very easy.
Actually, I already answered this question in my room, and I define myself as a lazy person and smart person. Lazy because sometimes I procrastinate to do things in my life, and this is a problem. And actually, most of the time, I get so worried about this because I need to do something, but I don't, and this is hard. And also smart because I'm kind of person who learn so quickly, especially in the school when I was teenager or a child. I didn't have, so much trouble with learn random subjects. And I'm the type of person who like to learn, every day. Doesn't matter if it would be a language or music or what kind of something, and this is the 2 words that I define myself.
Okay, very good. Very awesome. Thanks a lot for this. And guys, we are in your meeting, unfortunately, so I would say that thanks a lot for, join this conversation. I really appreciate it. I liked it a lot, and I always learn a lot from you. So it's very good for me because I know I kind of enrich my life, doing it. So it's very good for me. And I hope you enjoyed as well. So bye-bye. Have a nice week for you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.
Thank you, and that was
Bye.
a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.